Hey everyone, it's Marco again. I'm excited to tell you about Rogue Party 3. I'm working on the game. Yes, I really am working on the game. I know I've been trying to make a couple of projects the past year, and all of them ended up fizzling out. Rogue Party 3, though, I think is going to be different. I think I'm going to stick with this one. I'm really passionate about the Rogue Party series. I really like the concepts that are integral to it, and it's based in large part on the original game that started all of these games, these roguelike games, the game Rogue. And so thought about it. I started playing Rogue again just to get some ideas from that game. And I was like, you know what I'm missing in Rogue Party? Yeah, I have potions and they have the randomization very similar to the way it was implemented in that original game. But I don't have things like scrolls, staves, that kind of stuff that add just another level of randomization to the game and the ability to switch in and out between these items. In the original Rogue Party and Rogue Party 2, you just have 8 potion slots. But I think this time it might be more interesting to have an inventory and swap between the items. And I also would like to add, and which is getting into this model here, the ability to have individual items on your character, not just the chest piece that's changing. So that means a helmet, a chest, a legs, gloves, and boots. I don't know if I'm going to add like little elbow things or shin guards or not. I think for now I'm going to leave it out. But yeah, I'll show you the animations that I have so far for the skeleton model. And this is what it kind of looks like in game on a little test dummy here I have. This is all not the finished product at all. This is alpha for sure. These are just models that I had made and I was messing around with very, very quickly. So yeah, you can see here he's got individual items attached to his bones, and little light white squares are just to help me understand where the bone starts and ends. But that's not the finished product or anything. This is proof of concept. This right here would be the actual working product, and the squares would get blanked out basically. They'd turn invisible in the game, but they're just for me to help me understand in the game world that I've placed the character correctly and that it's working correctly. But okay, so this also visualizes the animations too. So we have a little run animation. It's very basic, very similar to the original run animation. If I need to add weight to the steps and whatnot, I will. But for now, I'm going to see what that looks like when I start making the game. Throwing the weapon, pretty simple concept. You just bring your arm up and throw. This is something new. Swapping your item in your right hand is now a thing. So you go behind your back and swap it. This is throwing a potion, if you'd swap to a potion. This is drinking a potion. I'm kind of playing the animation slow for you. And now this is something new, flight. So you're going to be able to float and fly in this game, which is going to help you greatly when you go up against enemies that have ground attacks or lava on the floor or something like that. There'll be ways to basically completely nullify those attacks, or at least most of the attack, just by flying over it. So this is floating in place. This is flying forward. And then we have switching our left hand. So your left and right hand will both be able to hold stuff. This is a new item. This is going to be the stave, so staff. Basically, your character picks it up, and depending on the type of staff, he might just go from here straight to the attack animation, or he might channel the spell, and he kind of looks at his staff, and it'll go back and forth like that. And then when it's done channeling, he'll rip it down with a slashing animation and fire fireball or whatever the cast is for that stave. Okay, and the next animation is reading a scroll. Oh, I'm sorry. Using your shield or special item. Just kind of like a slap animation. And then we have reading a scroll. So he looks down at it, he reads as a channeled effect, so it can loop with him reading it like that. And then when he goes to yell the word, he goes like that. He yells the word, and whatever happens from the scroll. And then this is the death animation. So he goes up. He's going to shake violently and then poof, right to the ground. So that's the animations for the character. I actually, just going through this, I probably am going to go back and make some changes to the run animation as well as the swing. The head's not moving during the swing animation. I'm going to make it like a little more aggressive. So yeah, that's what I have so far. Looking forward to getting this guy in game, deciding on what the maps are going to look like. I'm debating whether or not there's going to be terrain, meaning verticality in the game, or whether I want to stick to the flat surface. It's still up in the air what I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to go so far as having jumping in the game. It's not a first-person shooter. It's very deliberately having you grounded and making you stick to a plane. That's on purpose. I don't know if I'm going to mess with that formula yet or not. If I do, it might be through the flight to let you go up to a secret area or something. But yeah, that's what I have so far. If you like what you see or you don't like what you see, let me know. Give me comments, give me ideas, anything else you want to add to Rogue Party. I definitely want to make it more of an open world, like Blocked and Loaded was, and less of a static go from level 1 to level 10 in the dungeon. I think that gets boring and repetitive. I would much rather have some systems that also address, speaking of level design and items and whatnot, I want to address the fact that you really can't get the items that you want in Rogue Party. It's so random. So you might unlock a super great item and never see it because it's only like, you know, super low percentage chance to get that item. So I'd like to have some kind of currency or something in the game that lets you pick the items that you go out with. And a little bit more permanence in the game, even though it is going to be a roguelike where if you die, you're going to lose your stuff. I think there's going to be the ability to like buy it back, basically. Anyway, that's what I have so far. I have so many ideas, but when we get down to actual implementation, I'm excited to show you. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Good luck and have fun.